Welcome to the Bold Money Revolution podcast. This is your source for straight talking, no fluff, business and high performance conversations that add real depth and value to the way bold leaders live, work, and thrive. I'm your host, Tara Newman. I'm here to show you how to optimize your performance as a leader so that you can grow a business that is profit-rich, efficient, and allows you to generate real, tangible wealth for yourself and others. We are here to help you lead with your values, to perform without overwhelm and burnout, and to do your most important work in the world. Hey, Tara here. I don't know if you've heard the exciting news, but I have a simple and easy way for you to calculate a clear revenue goal so you're able to pay yourself and have the additional money you want for those lifestyle upgrades. I hear from women all the time that navigating their numbers and spreadsheets just isn't their strength and can even be incredibly intimidating at times. So if this sounds like you, don't worry, I got you. This revenue goal calculator is programmed based on my work as a profit first certified consultant, which means you will know exactly how much money you can afford to pay yourself, how much money you will need to save for taxes, and how much money you can put toward the running of your business. All you need to do is key in a few numbers and dare to dream. So to grab your revenue goal calculator right now, run, don't walk, and start paying yourself more, go to theboldleadershiprevolution.com/revenue. Hey, bold leaders. Welcome to the Bold Money Revolution podcast. I'm your host, Tara Newman. And today we have a really critical podcast episode that I'm excited to be putting out in the business education space because I think it is going to be unique and I think it is going to be incredibly helpful. This podcast is for service providers who want to improve how they are currently running their business so they can save time, save energy, save money, and maybe most importantly, save mental, emotional, and physical health. This podcast is going to help you step into a place of greater ownership and responsibility to creating a business that allows you to do 4 really important things. Pay yourself 6 figures, invest in yourself and the future growth of your business, hire team to take the shit you hate off your plate, and to gain the time, space, and financial freedom you wanted when you started your business. I'm hearing from so many women running service-based businesses that as they grow their business, they feel pulled out of alignment. They feel pulled away from their values and exhausted from trying all the tactics on the internet with very mixed results that further erode their confidence as they seek to build something that is predictable, simple, and sustainable. I'm going to be breaking down 8 stages of business that I see and giving you very specific ways to identify if this is where you are. Understanding what stage of business you're in is going to be so helpful as you think through what your next steps are, what you might want to invest in, how you know if you're ready to go to the next stage. I'm going to ask that you close down all your tabs, remove yourself from distraction, maybe get a pen or a piece of paper out. I'm also going to ask that you share the heck out of this episode because it is going to really save people a tremendous amount of time. It is probably going to save your livelihood, and it might even save somebody's mental health because we know that business owners and entrepreneurs really struggle at times with their mental health, and I'm going to talk about that as well. Not only am I creating this episode to add value to you, but it's one of the only episodes that I've created that is for me and my mental health as well. In this episode, I'm going to be sharing the advice and opinions that I share with my clients, but tend not to share in a forward-facing way because the ideas here are probably counter to what you've been hearing, and they might even piss some people off, right? These are not my most popular thoughts. And it's important for me at this point in my mental health that I share these things with you because I can no longer hold in what I'm seeing and some of my own frustrations with how business is being taught in the traditional online business space. The fact is, I know based on what women are telling me when they apply for the Bold Profit Academy that there are more women who are ready for this message than ever before. And before I get started, I just want to share with you what the Bold Profit Academy is in case you don't know. So the Bold Profit Academy is a business building incubator. That means our focus is on giving you the skills you need for growth and the space and guidance to implement what you're learning. We focus on women business owners in the following areas: increasing revenue by gaining confidence and skills that will help them sell, meaning converting leads. We help you implement profit first so you feel responsible and comfortable managing money, which leads to more money. And we help you do less so you can simplify your business, which leads to greater profitability, meaning you're keeping more money. And this program is really different than what you might be seeing in the world because I have taken everything that I think doesn't work, flipped it on its head on top of and built in what I do know works and created this program. So this program is specifically targeting the gaps that are in the online business education space. And I'm here to teach women how to run sustainable businesses that are predictable and repeatable for the long term. That requires women to set goals, create structure, be consistent, and develop high-performance business habits over time. I'm not teaching shiny objects, quick fixes, or beat the algorithm tactics in the Bold Profit Academy. My goal is to help every woman build the business that she wants based on her lifestyle and choices so she can find her version of freedom, creativity, and expression. And so I want to be very clear that this is a program for long-term sustainability, for long-term success. We do have things in the Bold Profit Academy that will accelerate your revenue, but it's also not a quick fix. So I know that there are some people out there who are really into quick fixes, 6-week programs, learning something and moving on. We are dedicated to mastery. That's not this program. Now, you might not be sure if you are ready for this type of program, and this is exactly what we're going to answer for you today because we are raising our prices for the Bold Profit Academy, and I want everyone who wants to join us to know for sure that they are ready before the price increase on July 15th. So if you aren't joining us, this episode has tremendous value either way because it's me caring about your mental and emotional health. It's me caring about your financial health. It's me caring about your physical and spiritual health. And what I care about the most is women not being used, chewed up, and spit out by internet marketers and gurus. I'm here for women to claim their power, build wealth, and change the world in that order. It's with this energy that I'm opening this conversation around helping you identify what stage of business you are in and what you might want to be making decisions on. Because what's crushing most women is their inability to make a decision. 60% of women business owners are experiencing daily worry, meaning anxiety or unease. The definition of this is to allow one's mind to dwell on difficulty or troubles. All right, I want to say that again because I need you to hear me because I know some of you are feeling this way. Matter of fact, 60% of women business owners experience daily worry, meaning anxiety or unease, allowing one's mind to dwell on difficulty or trouble, fretting, anxiousness, agonizing, brooding, panic, dwelling on, stewing. These are all other words for worry. And this is affecting your sleep, relationships, your physical and emotional health, and it's debilitating to your cognitive functioning. This is not why you started your business, right? You did not start your business to feel worried every day. And it's going to make it really hard to have long-term success because living with that level of chronic worry isn't sustainable. Performing from the energy of worry is not sustainable. So let's get started with this particular stage of business, which I call crisis. I want to talk about this because I have been in this stage in business more than once. There is a really good chance that you are in it or will be in it at some point. And I want you to be able to identify when you are in crisis and maybe consider what things you might need to do. So the worst crisis a business owner can face is not enough money coming in and too much money going out, or debilitating mental health issues that are impacting your ability to show up for your business. So if you need money right now to support yourself or your family, or if your business is harmful to your mental health, I really want to encourage you to go get a job or to consider getting a job. It doesn't matter what kind of job, on the books, off the books, part-time, full-time, you decide, but please make sure your basic needs are being met. And there is no shame in this. My husband and I have done this. We have worked full-time jobs while starting businesses. We have worked full-time jobs. We've closed businesses and gone back to working full-time jobs to make sure that our financial needs were whole so that we can give it another crack, right? And so there's no shame in this. If your business has taken a toll on your mental health, please find a qualified therapist. If this is trauma related, which there's a good chance it is, please find a therapist who specializes in trauma. Consider something somatic or EMDR. You must be able to regulate your nervous system and provide basic needs for yourself. So if this sounds like you, please give yourself permission to unplug and unfollow business accounts that don't make you feel great about yourself, including this podcast, if it's a problem, until you're feeling like your situation has improved. Because until then, you're incredibly vulnerable, and that is concerning to me. So just a quick recap, you're in crisis if you have more money going out than coming in, you're avoiding hard decisions, you're unwilling to do the uncomfortable things so that you can have more money coming in or so you can take care of your mental health. You are suffering mentally, emotionally, physically in a way that is inhibiting daily functioning. Your relationships are at risk due to this particular situation. For example, maybe your spouse wants to know why X amount of dollars are driving up credit card bills, or your lack of presence is creating distance. And there's a good chance that you're investing in things that make you feel good by alleviating pain as a quick fix, or that you let you deflect personal responsibility. All right. So that is also another sign that I just want you to be aware of, that you could be numbing some of these things by investing in quick fixes or things that allow you to deflect personal responsibility. All right, so here's how I can help you if you are in crisis. Any content on Profit First will help you with this. And if this sounds like you, if you're in crisis, please DM me on Instagram. I'm at the Tara Newman. I will get you the appropriate free resources. And I say this with so much compassion and just wanting to help small business owners not fall victim to their businesses, because I have been there. So please feel free to DM me. I do understand what it's like to be in this place. Now let's move on to hobbyist. This is a stage. And the reason why I'm calling this a stage is because there's a lot of shit talking on the hobbyists. So I want to reframe this conversation. Hobbyists, here's how you know if you're a hobbyist. You have alternate source or sources of income and that aren't going away. Maybe you have a partner that's got great income coming in, and if something happens to them, you have some kind of life insurance plan or a plan that will not affect your ability to sustain your lifestyle. And that is great. I am not digging at anyone here. That's a great place to be in. And if you are there, you know, you've probably started this business because you see it as a passion project or a playground. You're happy being a freelancer, a service provider, and you're not really interested in building structure or planning for growth. That is how you would know if you are a hobbyist. And hobbyists have to watch what they're getting sucked into, because we want hobbyists to actually be able to enjoy what they're building, because it is a passion project. They are seeing it as a playground. They do have another source of income. So hobbyists need to set boundaries around their time, have a clear purpose for the money that they are bringing into the business. Don't go into debt for this hobby. Use the money you make from the business to serve and support your purpose. Don't waste your money on tactics, and don't get sucked into unrealistic or silly revenue goals. If you need income to support yourself or your family, you are not a hobbyist. I see this happen in the online space where they're like, well, if you have more money going out than coming in, you have a hobby. No, you don't have a hobby. You have a business that's in crisis. If you need income to support yourself or your family, or want a business that is financially capable of doing that, you are not a hobbyist. So I just really wanted to be very clear about that. Here's how I can help hobbyists. This podcast and my high value emails, which are free and are great resources for hobbyists. All of my programs are business building incubators. The Bold Profit Academy is designed to teach service providers how to be profitable service-based business owners who consistently pay themselves six figures, reclaim their time through creating leverage and adding a few great team members, and have clear goals and plans for growth. This is not a container for hobbyists. This is a container for people who are building businesses. And my Bold Money Mastermind is for women who have become comfortable running their businesses up to about $250,000 and want to become the CEO of something larger so they can build wealth, create job opportunities, and make a larger impact through their leadership. So I just really want to be clear. Again, am I ready for the Bold Profit Academy? This is how you're going to know. I'm telling you, right? The third stage of business is pre-startup. Real quick, you have an idea, you're doing research on its viability, you're setting up your business entity, business bank accounts, consulting with some experts on direction. This is where you're at. You're excited to start learning and growing. You're researching the validity of your idea so initial income can come in. You're opening those bank accounts. You're setting up an entity, obtaining a state business license, and you are most likely still working a full-time or part-time job. I worked a full and part-time job all the way through the initial startup phase of my business because I needed to have money coming in to help me support my family so that I could relax and go make money. It's very hard to make money when you need money, right? So I just wanted you to hear that. And if you're in the pre-startup phase, again, like this podcast, get on my email list. That is great, but my programs are not for people in the pre-startup phase. My programs are not for people who are taking an idea and getting it off the ground. Now, the next phase, startup. This is where you are testing ideas, finding out what works, and working on getting to your first $30,000 or $50,000 in revenue as a service provider. This is a very messy stage of business, and it's okay. You are in the role of what Michael Gerber, who wrote the E-Myth, calls the technician. You're great at what you do, but not as comfortable or confident in running a business that allows you to plan, strategize, and sustain periods of growth, right? So if you are in the startup stage and you are moving toward the end of the startup stage, so you would potentially be ready for the Bold Profit Academy at that point. So joining the Bold Profit Academy as you start moving out of startup is ideal and will save you years of growing pains. Trust me, it's the exact program I wish I had when I was at this stage. It's built off of 7 years of experience and data working with women service providers who now have functioning businesses and many who have moved on to creating something larger and stepping into a CEO role. So here's how you would know if you are ready for the Bold Profit Academy. You have a depth of prior work experience. So basically you're transitioning from a corporate career or working for a private company or maybe even in academia. You have a depth of prior work experience. You're on track for $30,000 to $50,000 for the year. You have enough clarity to be selling an offer. You're taking lots of messy action. Your main priority over the last 18 months or so has been client acquisition. You're trying too many things to know what's actually working. Your confidence is a bit meh. You're definitely not at full capacity in terms of your confidence. Your revenue lacks predictability. You have committed to your business full time and want to work a minimum of 20 hours per week. These are all ways that you know that you are ready for the Bold Profit Academy. You will also be stepping into a container where there is a diverse mix of business owners from different industries and experience and different revenue goals and all the way up to 10 years of experience in their business. So you are going to be coming in as someone who can learn from others in the group and won't be intimidated by that environment. All right. Now, I talk to a lot of people at this stage where they're kind of at the tail end of startup who are very enamored with shiny objects, quick cash, revenue goals that they're not really sure why they've set them. If this is you, you're not ready for the Bold Profit Academy. All right. At some point, you'll be a bit fed up with the nonsense and want something different, but you won't be sure what that looks like. That's when you submit an application for the Bold Profit Academy. I'm here for checking your ego at the door, admitting you don't have all the answers, realizing you're not going to think your way to clarity, long-term revenue, rock-solid business foundations, moderate growth objectives, process and systems, okay? So I want to be very clear about what we are doing and who I'm helping and how I show up for people at this stage of their business. The next stage is growth. Growth is defined as a business that has momentum to it. Money is coming in, but things are still messy. They're getting messier by the day, actually. You have momentum, but you're questioning whether or not you can sustain it in growth. You have taken probably 1 to 3 courses that really helped you get things off the ground, but now you realize you need more of a foundation. Or, a client told me that she felt like she had the shiny Ferrari shell, but needed to build the engine. And we are helping our clients in the Bold Profit Academy really build that engine. You most likely have no idea what is working because you're trying so many things and you're starting to feel like it's a bit unsustainable. This is the ideal place to join the Bold Profit Academy. This is where you will get the exact skills you need to simplify your business so you can pay yourself 6 figures, hire that team, and experience way less growing pains than you're probably currently experiencing. In the Bold Profit Academy, we will teach you how to solve your own problems without creating new ones. Our primary focus is to give women the skills to get to $250,000 in revenue without causing overwhelm or having to implement complicated tactics. So what things look like for you in this phase and how you would know you are ready for the Bold Profit Academy is you have considered burning down your business more than once. The initial excitement is wearing off, and a deep fatigue is setting in, making it hard for you to focus, take consistent action, and have the resiliency to keep going. Your worry and lack of clarity around how you're managing your money is causing stress, and it's probably causing stress on the home front as well. You have money coming in, but you don't necessarily know where it's going or what to do with it. It's starting to feel a little overwhelming, and it's going to be hard for you to go make more money if you don't know what to do with the money you already have. You are still not that confident in your pricing, sales skills, and delivery, so you're selling your services lower than you should be selling them. You might be struggling to see your value, afraid people won't get results when they work with you, or will be asked for refunds, or maybe think nobody will buy what you have to offer. You don't know what's working or not working because you've thrown so much spaghetti at the wall and hoping something sticks. It's now time to edit. You want more. You are an ambitious woman and you have big goals. You want more, but there is no way you can achieve more if it continues to feel the way it does right now. Those are some of the ways you would know that the Bold Profit Academy is for you. It's designed specifically for these people, for you. It's a program unlike any other where I take much of the heavy lifting off your plate and guide you through key growth assignments that help you reduce your workload so you can feel less suffocated and trapped by what was meant to create freedom. Increase your revenue with simple strategies so you don't have to learn every new tactic on the internet. Listen, if you are like me, you are a mom who has a lot on her plate, who's holding a lot of things. Even if you're not a mom, maybe you have aging parents, maybe you have, maybe you're a fur parent, whatever you've got going on, you don't necessarily have the time for complication or the desire for it. You're going to get a clear plan for your money using the Profit First system so you can see what you have, where it's going, so you can have financial peace of mind and communicate clearly with your partner. I'm hearing this a lot from women that when they implement Profit First and go through the Bold Profit Academy, it is helping them communicate about their business better to their partner and reducing stress in that area. We're going to help you identify the systems and processes you need to grow and stabilize your business with plenty of templates, frameworks, worksheets, and calculators so you don't have to recreate anything. This is where I'm taking that weight of running a business off of your shoulders. And we're going to help you develop key skills and competencies through implementation and repetition so you can truly sustain your business in any environment or any economy. And that is empowering. Many women I speak to feel heaviness around running their businesses. Either they feel they don't have a business degree or they simply just want to do that thing they love. So that is really my goal, is to help women like you do the thing you love and take some of that weight and responsibilities off you, allowing me to be the guide and provide ways to make your business easier for you to run. So if that sounds like you and you are ready, I want you to apply to join us today. I want you to get the information you need to make a decision before July 15th when our prices go up. Because if you join before July 15th, let's face it, it's going to be more profitable for you. All right, the next phase of business is stabilize. And I think a lot of people forget to talk about stabilizing before you scale because everybody is so scaling obsessed. But really, we want you to stabilize. Stabilize is where you pit stop before scaling. You can't scale what is a mess. You can't scale what is complicated. Stabilizing is about efficiency of your business, from the finances to the operations to your team. Stabilizing is about making sure you're maximizing your time and doing less. It's about having a process for managing and measuring work. So here is how you know you are ready to stabilize. All right. And I want to be clear here. I'm going to be very clear because stabilizing and scaling a business is not for everybody. You might stop at growth and you might just go from growth to stabilizing a little bit and back to growth, and you're going to really keep yourself in that sweet spot of $250,000, $300,000 a year. You're going to be highly profitable, and that's great. That's great. I have so many women in the Bold Profit Academy who that's their jam, and that's awesome, right? And we just want to make sure that each year you're maintaining profitability, you're making it easier to run your business, you're keeping things organized and efficient. So stabilizing, here's how you know you're ready to stabilize. You're ready to mentally, emotionally, and financially make things more efficient. And I say that because a lot of us are chronic overcomplicators. If you are a chronic overthinker, a chronic overcomplicator, we need to handle that mentally and emotionally so you can stabilize your business. That's why the next few items are listed as you're willing to. You're willing to do the uncomfortable work of narrowing and niching down. You're willing to do less, stop doing things, even if they might be working. Right? This is the stage of hard decisions. You're willing to make very small incremental shifts and have the patience to see them through. You're willing to embrace boring, unsexy, chop wood, carry water type of work. You're willing to park ideas and not execute on every one of them, right? And I know there's a lot of people out there who are like, I'm creative. I love my ideas. I love executing on them. All the ideas. No, not at this stage. This is about growing the fuck up in your business and realizing that you are not going to implement on every idea and that you have to have some discipline and discernment in order to take your business to the next level. You are willing to be accountable and take ownership for what you want. You're willing to look at different ways you can work so you can expand your capacity. Stabilizing and ultimately scaling is not for you if, and this is about to save you a lot of time, so if you check any of these boxes, just tap out. Stabilizing and scaling is not for you. If you're someone who is deeply resistant to goals, systems, taking advice, and structure of any kind, you will not be able to stabilize and scale your business, which is perfectly fine. You can work as a freelancer, as a solopreneur. You can navigate that space all you want. There is nothing telling you that you have to scale your business. Permission to be let off the hook right here. Okay? Once you stabilize the business, you can either stay in a place of stabilization because it feels good and peaceful, or you can scale. So this is why in the Bold Profit Academy, we focus on that $250,000 mark. When you reach that amount, you'll be able to pay yourself six figures and have decent amount of money to pay your team. It's also when you need to start thinking about cleaning things up and stabilizing so you can decide if you want to grow beyond the $250,000 in revenue. And we have to start unhooking ourselves from growth goals that focus on revenue for revenue's sake. I've been challenged quite a few times over the last year to defend my $250,000 in revenue as a benchmark by people wondering if this is my limited thinking and why not $1 million, because hey, sky's the limit and abundance mindset. However, let me rain some reality down for a minute. Not everyone wants $1 million business. You can become a millionaire without $1 million business. And once you have enough, meaning your needs are met on a predictable and consistent basis, it makes it way easier to set a more than enough goal. So not every business or business owner is meant to scale. Most importantly, what I find is that the $1 million number becomes a distraction and cause for panic in business owners when setting a goal, which makes it harder to then reach any goal. So if you are stabilizing or need to stabilize your business, the Bold Profit Academy is a great place for you. You are definitely ready to be in there. This is not a beginner container. Business foundations and fundamentals are relevant at any stage in business. Mastery is required, and that is what this container is about. It's to help you gain the organization, tools, and skills to either maintain where you want to be or scale your business. And at this point also, you would be considering the Bold Money Mastermind, which opens for enrollment in the fall. And if that's the case, there are requirements to joining the mastermind, right? So you have to have certain things in place that we help you put in place in the Bold Profit Academy before you join the mastermind. One of them being Profit First as a money management system. So scaling. Let's talk scaling because everybody wants to talk scaling. Once you've stabilized your business by simplifying it, you can then scale it. Scaling is about adding more revenue without dramatically increasing expenses or delivery. This is not something that happens overnight, but over time as you hone your offers to be more efficient, to increase your lead generation, to increase your conversion, okay? Scaling is about doing more of what works, not about trying new things. Scaling is not about burning down your business. It is about making it more efficient. So you're ready to scale when you have financially planned for expansion, added team, and other growth activities. This is what we work on when we talk about advanced profit first strategies. You understand that you are not your business and your business is not your baby. There is a separation between your identity and the entity, which we are doing a terrible job at in this online business space where we monetize our passions and all that stuff, we are so enmeshed in this feeling like I am the business that it is going to make it very hard for you to make objective decisions for larger growth. This is also why CEOs, this is why the conversation around CEO is somewhat problematic and troublesome to me. So in the Bold Money Mastermind, we are taking you from being a service-based business owner to a CEO of something larger. And what winds up happening in businesses is that CEOs come with all different kinds of brands and flavors. So you have a founder CEO, you have growth CEOs, you have stabilization CEOs, and they come in at different times. And so usually what happens is it's not uncommon that you see a larger business fire the founder CEO, fire the startup CEO, and hire in a growth CEO. And then maybe they get rid of the growth CEO because they need the CEO who can stabilize the business. There's different skill sets within that CEO title, right? And that's what you have to start to do here as you scale. You kind of have to kill that, to be harsh, kill off that startup CEO who feels so deeply and personally about the business, who is really enmeshed at that level, and move into somebody who is more objective in looking at the business. You have to make amends with things like needing to be accessible to people or believing only your time has value. You're starting to feel more energized than not, right? So in the growth phase, you're exhausted, but as we stabilize, we gain our energy back. And in the scale phase, you're now feeling way more energized about your business and you're ready to scale it. You have a consistent rhythm to your business. You're able to take a month off and the business can run itself. This is how you know when you can scale. And then the last phase of business, which I'm just going to talk about very simply, is legacy. That is when you have built the thing, you have scaled it, you have handed it over to somebody else to run for you, or you have sold it. And now you are on to the next thing. You're on to that next part of your career, and you're going to go back to that pre-startup phase, but with all the knowledge you've gained over growing a business to the point of legacy. Okay? So I hope this episode was helpful. I hope there's a bunch of you who realize you are actually ready to join us in the Bold Profit Academy. I expect to see a lot of applications coming through as you listen to this podcast, and I'm really getting excited to meet you and learn about your businesses. Please share this episode with your business friends and colleagues. I know it could be really helpful for women service-based business owners to hear these different stages mapped out. And I will talk to you soon. Hey, Bold Leader. I'm so excited to announce that we are accepting applications for the Bold Profit Academy, formerly known as the Brave Society. And we can't wait to have you join us just in time for our Q2 curriculum. Starting in March, we are focused on nailing your offers and your offer stack so you can stand out in the marketplace and, quite frankly, not hustle so dang hard for your revenue. One of the biggest problems I see among small business owners is the creation of cookie cutter offers that don't truly add value to your business because you don't fully understand your own value. And that leads to a tremendous amount of overworking and under-earning. Reviewing offers, updating offers, creating new offers, these are all critical skills so you can leverage your time and scale your income, which is exactly what we are doing inside the Bold Profit Academy in Q2. Each quarter, we have live curriculum in addition to our already on-demand training that you can implement as you need it. So if you are looking to understand the 7 components required for creating your boldest offer so you can stand out in the marketplace and increase your sales, learn how to stack and price offers so you can hit your revenue goal without overworking, create a framework that allows you to market, sell, deliver your offer in a way that is efficient and repeatable, learn how to qualify leads so you know just who is the right fit for your offer and when they are ready to buy, as well as create a simple communication strategy to educate your leads on your offer so it speeds up the buying process, then you are going to want to head over to theboldleadershiprevolution.com/academy and join us today. If you found this podcast valuable, help us develop more bold leaders in the world by sharing this episode with your friends, colleagues, and other bold leaders. Also, if you haven't done so already, please leave a review. I consider reviews like podcast currency, and it's the one thing you can do to help us out here at the Bold Leadership Revolution HQ. We would be so grateful for it. Special thanks goes to Stacey Harris from Uncommonly More, who is the producer and editor of this podcast. Go check them out for all your digital marketing and content creation needs. Be sure to tune into the next episode to help you embrace your ambition and leave the grind behind.